Today I want to talk to you about how to use Instagram to entertain, engage, educate, and truly connect with your audience. And before we get on to this video, please subscribe to my channel and hit that notification button so you'll know when my next video goes live. Today we're talking about Instagram TV. Now you can access Instagram TV through the standalone Instagram app or by clicking the Instagram TV button on your Instagram profile. Videos on Instagram TV can be anywhere from 1 minute to 60 minutes long. This gives you a wide range of possibilities for the kind of content that you can create for your Instagram TV channel. And Instagram TV really provides the space for you to go a lot deeper in your topics with your audience. So as a business, this can provide you with a lot of space to do a variety of things, from customer Q&As, to facts, to processes and behind the scenes, to simply education or entertainment about your brand. And having your content on Instagram TV can make it a very seamless way for your audience and your potential customers to keep engaging with you on Instagram without having to leave the app. Remember, for every click that your viewer needs to do, there's the potential that you could lose them or they could be distracted. So if you can keep them on Instagram and still be able to tell your story or provide your message, the better. Instead of sending them off-site to like a website or an additional landing page or maybe even another social media app. Because by the way, Instagram hates when you try to do that. Now, when Instagram TV first started, it was in the vertical format, but it's now been expanded so your videos can be either vertical or horizontal. And you have the ability to create content that's either 1 minute or up to 60 minutes long. Now, I'm not telling you to run out and create a bunch of content that's 60 minutes long each, because you have to be honest. What is your audience retention rate going to be really like? So maybe you could actually create something that is 60 minutes long, but then serve it in 5 to 10 minute pieces. One of the great features of Instagram TV is the fact that you can then segment or categorize your content, thereby making it episodes, which would make the story that you told in 5-minute pieces have a lot more sense and cohesiveness to your message. Now, when your viewer first opens up Instagram TV, they'll see the businesses that they follow and the brands that they follow first. However, Instagram does suggest accounts that they feel are similar to what the user is already following. So there's a great amount of discoverability that can happen within the Instagram TV environment. As with any content that you're creating for a social media platform, the best bet is to have a strategic plan and a production schedule. Because remember, the more consistent you are with creating content for that app, the more you will be rewarded with viewers. This goes across the board for any of them. So whether you're on Instagram or one of the other ones, the more content you're providing to that channel, the more that channel will actually be discovered and promoted within that tool. And that just leads to building your brand, creating your audience, and finding your followers. Hey, I should really put that on a shirt or something. One of the suggestions from Instagram TV, and one that I also subscribe to, is actually creating content specifically for Instagram TV, instead of repurposing something that you may have already created for another social media platform. The reason for this is, oftentimes, when you're creating content for a specific platform, you might make references or use terms that are used within that platform, but don't translate over into the other platform. And if you just try and repurpose that content, it can be confusing to the viewer as to what you're referring. So let's say you actually created content for something like YouTube, which is I'm doing now, but then you try and use the video over on Instagram TV, and that reference no longer makes sense and can leave your audience confused. And since it can be challenging to actually keep a viewer engaged, that one little disconnect could be enough to lose that viewer. And that's not what you want to do. You want to keep them engaged and you want to make sure you're providing the content and information that they need. A good rule of thumb is also to make sure that you're engaging that viewer within the first 3 seconds. That can be done by asking questions, posing problems, or providing a very high-quality visual that's going to make them say, "Hey, what's going on over there?" Or, "Wow, that looks interesting." You also want to make sure you always use the feed preview to increase your IGTV views. And IGTV also allows you to create a custom thumbnail by cropping an image from the video, so your preview shows something that the audience is actually going to want to click on. And make sure that you're using the series tool to really categorize your content so it makes more sense to the audience and takes them on that message journey. Remember, for businesses, it's really about the customer journey, leading them through the questions, the problems, and the answers that's going to be able to highlight your business or your product or your service as the system or the answer that's going to make their life better. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this helpful. Please feel free to share this with your friends, and please subscribe to my channel and hit that notification button so you know when my next video goes live.